Beginning in child's pose, sit bones to heels, arms extending out in front of you, nice long waist, head releasing to the earth. Take a moment to thank yourself for arriving onto your mat today. You've made it. You're here. Find your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your breath moving in and down into your belly and lower back. And as you exhale, let your body get even more soft. When you're ready, we're going to start to lift the head and start to walk the hands over to the left side of your mat, as far as they'll go, maybe bringing the right hand to stack on top of the left, feeling that stretch all the way through your right side body. Soften your shoulders, let your head go, and breathe. Take a walk now with your hands all the way through center. Get longer through your spine and waist and start to walk all the way to your right side, maybe bringing the left hand to stack on top of the right. And once again, paying attention to the breath, letting the sit bones soften towards the heels. Neck and shoulders relax. Walking back through center, back into your child's pose. Feeling the length and the balance on both sides of the body, we're going to start to lift and rise up to all fours. Pedal the hands underneath you so the wrists are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips, and start to move through a gentle cat and cow. Rounding the spine as you exhale, arching the spine as you inhale, and feeling this movement through your spine like a wave, from your tailbone to the top of your head and back again. Feel your connection to the earth. You're going to sweep the right arm up, open that right side body, and thread that right arm through underneath the left. And inhale, open, and exhale, threading through. Inhale to rise, open, expanding, exhale, threading through. This time we're going to stay in this, thread the needle, get longer through your left side body, and the option to extend your left leg straight out from your left hip. Imagine you're looking through a window underneath that left arm. Maybe that left arm rises up towards the sky to allow a deeper opening for your heart and for that left shoulder. Come back to center. Let that right arm stretch up and open, and come back to all fours. Take a moment here and reverse on the other side. Left arm reaches up and then under. Inhale, opening, exhale, threading through. Inhale, opening, exhale, threading through. This time we'll stay. Pedal the right arm, right hand, a little bit more towards the top of your mat, and send that right leg out to the side, just as an option. Feel the weight of your body. Maybe the right arm reaches up towards the sky, letting that heart center open a little bit more through all 5 fingertips. And then slowly unwinding. Right leg comes in and left arm unravels and comes back to the earth. We'll tuck the toes and press back into downward facing dog. Breathing here as we pedal out. One knee bends at a time, just feeling that stretch through the backs of your legs. And then both heels sink deep down towards the earth. The sit bones lift high to the sky. And taking the right arm, we're going to thread it through, similar to as we did before, but now in downward dog. So keep that left side body really, really long. From your palm of your hand through your arm, through your left side waist. Keep both heels sinking to the earth. Let's come back to center and take it to the other side, twisting. Left arm threading through, just finding a little connection on the outside of that right leg, wherever you can find a connection. Breathe with it. Keep that right side body really, really long. And come back to center. Back to downward dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale slowly through chaturanga, elbows in tight. Inhale up through cobra, shoulders back and down. Exhale, use that core to transition back into downward facing dog. Take a slow walk towards the top of your mat. Come into your forward bend, a little micro bend in those knees. Release your lower spine and start to ragdoll roll all the way up to standing. Shoulders back and down, arms sweeping up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive to the earth. Inhale, flat back, leading with your heart center. Exhale, folding deeply. Inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge, knee to the ground, sweeping up through that waist. Exhale, open the arms, open the heart. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, back to the earth. Take that left leg all the way up and back, down dog split. Lower the knees, child's pose as you exhale. Inhale, slither forward like a little snake in the grass, heart opening. Exhale, back into your child's pose. Inhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge, rising up. Exhale, heart opens, expanding with the arms. Inhale, rising up. Exhale to the earth, stepping forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, folding deeply. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, bring that energy into your heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up and open. Exhale, diving to the earth. Inhale, rising through that heart center, flat back. Exhale, folding deeply. Inhale, left foot steps back, low lunge, rising up, tall spine. Exhale, opening. Feel how your arms connect to your heart. Rising tall. And exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog split. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, slithering forward, lifting the heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale, back into your child's pose. Inhale, left foot stepping forward, rising up tall. Exhale, opening. Inhale, tall. Exhale to the earth. Stepping forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Keep your feet grounded, sit bones root down. Exhale, bring that energy to your heart. Inhale, let's keep this flow going. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, folding deeply. Inhale, the right foot steps back. This time, keep that back knee lifted as an option. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the earth. Threading the left leg all the way up and back. Get long from spine to heel. Plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot lifts and steps forward. High lunge. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, open. Inhale. Exhale to the earth. Stepping up to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding deeply. Inhale, reverse swan as we bring it all the way back up to that standing mountain pose. Inhale, keeping it going. Exhale as we dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding deeply. Left foot stepping back this time. High lunge. Inhale, root those sit bones as you lift tall. Exhale, open. Inhale, rise. Rib cage draws in a little. Exhale, folding. Back into your down dog split. Inhale, plank, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts, shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifting as we step it forward. High lunge, inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, rise. exhale to the earth, stepping all the way up to the top of your mat. Inhale, we complete this circle, this sun salutation, as we rise up, and exhale back to your heart center. Just feel that energy moving through your body, this very alive energy. We're going to start to lift the heels, bend those knees, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the calves, squeeze it all in towards center. Keep that lower belly active and start to lower your body as far down as you feel available to go. A little balance there, releasing into a forward bend. Take a moment, breathe into your spine. Let your head go. We're taking the right foot, stepping it back. High lunge. Inhaling, lifting up. High lunge. Finding your center, head over heart, heart over hips, hands to heart center. Beginning to twist to your left. See if you can make an anchor with your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. If you need more grounding, lower that right knee. Let your arms expand open if you want to take it a little further. Arms are like wings, connected to that heart center. Keep that inner strength. See if you can stay in your twist and step that right foot all the way up to meet your left. Stay in that twist, a little twisting chair. Check in with your knees. Knees are in alignment. Bring it back to center, heart center, a little thunderbolt pose. Squeeze those biceps in. Lift it all the way up. Open that heart. Cactus those arms open. And just receive. Hands back to heart center. Find your breath. We're lifting the heels up. So rooting those sit bones down, dropping your shoulders and feeling your core engage, feeling that whole center engage as you start to lower. Think of lifting as you lower. Release in a forward bend. Let the head go, relax the shoulders. Sit bones lifting high, thighs hugging back. Stepping the left foot back and lifting up into your high lunge again. This time on the other side, hands to heart center. Take a moment as you exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left elbow towards the outside of that right thigh. Press your hands into prayer or let your arms extend. Heart opens. Think heel to top of head. Get long through that body. Hands returning to the heart. See if we can take a giant step with that left foot all the way up to meet the right, or however many steps it takes. Who cares? You're here for you. Bring it back to heart center. Thunderbolt. Really sit low. Squeeze those knees, thighs, calves, everything into center. Lift it up as you root down through the sit bones. And exhale, open. Let your arms release and melt down by your sides. Find your breath. Start to step your right foot back. Not too far back. We're making kind of a triangle with the legs. And feel your hips squaring. Root your sit bones. Think long and tall through the body. From your roots, from the soles of your feet up to the top of your head, we're going to start to lean back. Leaning back, but keep that all the way through your whole body, legs and all. Lift it all the way up, heart opens. Think of a golden thread tied to the top of your head, drawing you forward, lengthening through your waist, shoulders back. Hips are square, a little energy in your knees. And then letting it melt all the way. So now just letting your head bow, letting your body bow. We shift the weight now into that left leg. So shimmy the fingertips forward. Start to pick up that right foot. Reach back with your right hand and see if you can make a connection. Right hand, right foot. Coming into a little half bow. A little half bow balance. Kick foot into hand, lift up. Open through that heart center. Find your breath. Stay anchored through your left big toe. And slowly release. Extend that right leg head to knee. Walk your hands back a little bit if there's space. Hop that left foot back, or you can just step back with both feet and move through your vinyasa flow. We'll meet together exhaling in downward facing dog. Lift heels, bend knees, hop or walk forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, folding deeply. Inhale, reverse swan. And exhale, we return to standing. Arms out by your sides. Noticing your breath. Where is it? Where are you? Step your left foot back. Moving through this sequence on the other side. Hands behind you. You can hold on to opposite hands, wrists, elbows, or maybe a reverse prayer. Root down through your sit bones. Get long from your roots to the tip top of your head. Lengthen and use your exhale to soften back into a back bend. But think of your legs as part of this too. Nice and long. Heart leads the way as you lift up and start to take that energy forward. Tuck that chin a little bit. Keep your neck really, really long. Hips are squaring. Right sit bone drawing back. Let your body completely release forward now over your right leg. And we're going to start to shift and transfer the weight onto that right leg. So shimmying your hands forward. Right leg is supporting. We bring the left heel towards the left glute and see if we can make a connection with our left hand. Half bow. Stay anchored through the inner arch of your right foot and the big toe. Breathe. Be gentle with yourself. Extend that left leg all the way out, a little standing split, walking your hands back. And then hopping that right foot back right into that chaturanga, or you can just step both feet back. And we'll meet together, moving through that vinyasa, meeting together in downward facing dog. Checking in with yourself, lifting heels, bending knees, walking or hopping forward to once again lift through that flat back. Inhale, and we're going to take it all the way down into a squat pose. So we walk those feet out a little wider, we turn the heels in, the toes out. We let the hips release down and bring the hands to the heart center if available. Sending deep, full breaths into your hips, pelvis. Letting your shoulders roll back and your heart lift on every inhale. And then using the next breath to release and lifting up through the hips. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding. Inhale, rising up to standing once again. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Step your left foot out. Find a nice wide stance, nice star pose. Turn your toes out, your heels in. Expand through your body. Use your exhale to bring energy in. So we're bending the knees, imagining the spine sliding down a wall behind you. Use your exhale to bring that energy in, and let's meet together in this goddess pose. Head over heart over hips. Take the right forearm to the right thigh and take a stretch through that left side waist. Scooping in, hollowing out the belly as we circle over to the other side. And it doesn't matter what side you're doing, just let yourself flow through both and come back to center. Hands to the heart. Open up those fingertips like a lotus flower rising up from the muck, opening and lifting up to the light, to the sky, to the space. Turn your feet back parallel. Interlace the fingers behind the low spine. Lift your heart Exhale, folding deeply, wide leg forward bend. Heart leads the way. Let the head release as much as you can. Let the arms carry you as far as they will go, and then release them. Heel toe your feet out a little wider. Sit bones are lifting high, thighs are hugging back. It's an opportunity right now to come into a little headstand variation if you feel comfortable with that, if that's something you've been working on. Go for it. Little tripod headstand. Or just stay in your forward bend. That's all good too. Stay connected to your breath wherever you are. We're going to meet together. Starting to rise. Heel toeing the feet back in a little bit. And all the way in so that they arrive right underneath your hips and parallel. You bend those knees and ragdoll roll all the way up to standing mountain. And just take any movement that would feel good for you here. Let your head release, your shoulders, anything that feels good for your body in this moment. Trust whatever comes. Follow it. There is no right or wrong. We're going to lower now, bringing the hands towards the earth and bending those knees, lowering the hips. We're going to take the hands to the right side and line up those hands about shoulder width distance apart. We're bending the elbows, making a little shelf. We're practicing a side crow. So you're going to line up your knee with one elbow and your hips with the other. And this is core. So feel that lower belly hug in to support and just practice. Maybe it's shifting a little bit of weight onto your hands, or maybe it's lifting the feet. As you arrive back to center, release those wrists and just practice on the other side. Lining up, hands shoulder width distance apart. As you bend those elbows, you should make like a little shelf, like a little L shape. Keep those elbows right over the wrists. Don't let them splay out to the sides. The more you can line up the bones, the joints, the less stress there is on the body. Practice that as you wish, as you will. Feel free to pause this video if you want. Whenever you feel ready, we're going to lower down onto the mat, sitting with the legs out wide. And we're just going to start to pedal the body forward, taking a nice, deep, wide leg seated stretch. You can play with keeping the feet energized, extending through your heels as you pull your toes back towards the body. Or maybe you just feel like totally letting it completely rest. And when you're ready, you're going to start to lift your body up. Place your hands behind you as you lift your heart. And shimmy the legs in towards center. Release, let them move freely. When you turn back so that you're lengthwise on your mat, feet on the earth, gently roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. Feel that release. Take a stretch through your whole body. Enjoy that length. Start to walk your feet in towards your sit bones, hips width distance apart. We roll up, press down through those feet evenly and roll up through that spine. Come into your bridge pose. Long lower back. Lengthen that lower spine, sit bones to the backs of your knees, energy between your thighs, breath moving, neck long. Slowly roll that spine down, bring both knees into your chest, and gently give your spine a little massage by rocking side to side, or maybe some circles. So now bring your feet back to the ground, and you can come into that same bridge pose for a second time. That is welcome. Or you might explore with your wheel pose, bringing your hands to frame your ears, fingertips pointing back towards the top of your mat, lifting up onto your head and then pressing up onto the hands and onto the feet. Either way, they're both a beautiful back bend, both beautiful choices. Feel free to release. Bring your knees into your chest and rock out the spine. Starting to rock our way back into plow pose. Let the arms rest by your sides. A little push with those fingertips to help your legs make their way up and over. If this feels like too much for you today and you want to come back to sitting into a deep forward bend, it's practically the same pose, just in a different perspective. Feel free to explore with your shoulder stand. Get those shoulder blades underneath you, kind of wiggle them in as much as they'll go. Keep a little space between your chin and your chest. Long through those sit bones. Any other variation that's going to support you right now. Enjoy the inversion, getting the blood flow from your feet down into your heart. And you release and lower in your own time. Do so as slowly and as gently as possible, guiding the spine down one vertebra at a time, so support through your core to help you out. I'm going to draw the right knee into the chest and let the left leg extend out long, carrying ourselves into a spinal twist. The right knee crosses the body to the left, the right arm extends in the opposite direction. Twisting it out as we prepare to close this practice. Breathe deep. Use your exhale to soften and deepen your twist. Right, you might extend both arms out to the side and just let that right hip circle a bit. Then bring it back to center, knee to nose. Changing legs. Releasing the head back down to the earth. Take your spinal twist in the opposite direction. Invite the left shoulder to soften and melt to the ground. Find gratitude for this practice. Feel free to let that left leg circle a bit, like a hand on a clock, just circling through that left hip. Bringing it back to center, knee to nose, changing legs a couple of times, a few times, just feeling that core center, navel drawing in and down, just a little switch of the legs, in and out, and then both knees in towards center, curl it in into a tight little ball, bring all that energy in so that you can use that exhale to release and let it open and let it go. Let the arms stretch, let the legs extend, and slowly bring yourself to stillness. Let the arms release down by your sides. Take a deep, full breath in through your nose, and let your exhale sigh out. Thank you for joining me today. Stay here as long as you need. Appreciate the stillness. Namaste.